Hey guys, it's Sarah. Thank you so much for watching. So today I thought I would do a palette bingo using the new e.l.f. Earth and Ocean palette. I've gotten a few requests to do some sort of video review on it. I thought it would be fun to do a little twist on that and do a palette bingo just to see what we can come up with a kind of random grouping of shades from this palette. It might be kind of challenging. I've actually never done a palette bingo before that I can remember. I do eyeshadow roulette videos where I use 5 random shadows from my whole collection, but I don't think I've ever done it with just one palette, so I think this will be really fun. So if you haven't seen this palette yet before, this is what it looks like up close. We have a lot of blue tones in here and also a lot of greens and earthy tones. I love the color story in here. Just such a gorgeous, fun palette, and it's only $14, so I love seeing something like this from the drugstore. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop into it. I'm gonna pull up I downloaded the Pretty Random app. I know a lot of people use that one, and I wanted to get an app instead of just going to random.org every time because that was getting kind of annoying. Also, I am recovering from a cold, so bear with me today. But yeah, so there are 18 shades in this palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you know how I'm numbering them. So the first row is gonna be 1 through 6, the second row is going to be 7 through 12, and the third row is 13 through 18. That's how I'm gonna be doing the numbers, and I am gonna choose 5 shades. First number I got is 7, and so that is the shade Abyss, which I have used this shade before, and it's like this denim blue color, and I love it because it actually does show up like a blue and not just like a dark gray. So there's that shade. Oh, it's almost like a deep dark teal, which is one of my favorite colors, not just for eyeshadow, but for life. Next I got 8, and that is the next shade over, which is Drip Drip, which matches my sweater. I sort of intentionally wore this sweater because I had a feeling it would probably go with a look from this palette. But, ooh, that shade is gorgeous too. There's that one. So far, very blue. Oh. All right, I got 10. So that is the shade Rock Bottom, which is more of an earthy taupe shade. Don't know if I've used that shade yet. I really haven't used this palette a ton of different times since I got it, but that one is really pretty. It reminds me of something. Yeah, kind of an olivey taupe. Let's pick another one. 14. 14 is the shade Oasis, which is a light sky blue, and this is actually in my current eyeshadow roulette rotation for this month, so we'll go ahead and get some more use out of this one. So far this is a very blue look, but there's that shade. That's a matte color. And finally, one more shade. Got 18, so that's the last shade, and that is the shade Mojave Mommy. Fun fact, in college I majored in linguistics, which is why I am not using my degree currently. But when I took a class called Languages of the World, my final project was on the language of Mojave, which is a Native American language that is dying. So there's our color palette. Really pretty. I kind of secretly, I'm kind of glad that we ended up with more blues than greens, because no shade towards green as a color, because I do like the color green. It's just I have a harder time pulling it off on my skin tone, especially some of these olive greens. Although I am really excited to play around with some of those, but these are the shades I got. I'm not gonna promise that I'm only gonna use these 5 because I very well might end up dipping into some of the other shades too, just for fun. But I'm gonna go ahead and say the only rule is I do have to use each of these shades at least once on my eyes. I'm kind of glad that we got Mojave Mommy because I'm gonna go ahead and buff that into my crease. I think that'll be the perfect crease color for us. And by the way, I did already prime my eyelids with the Ulta Matte Eye Primer in Nude. And I did already also do my foundation, under eye concealer, and powder. I think I want to go all in and just start laying Drip Drip, the shimmery royal blue, on the lid. We're just gonna go all in right now. So yeah, that shade actually has some little bits of sparkle in it. It's a shimmer, but it also has some little glitters in it, so, which I think that's really pretty. I don't have a problem with that at all. I'm not getting a ton of fallout right now, which is good, and making sure to tap off my brush. But it's not like a super powdery shade or anything. I will say it is taking some building. You know, it's not like the most buttery shade ever. It is going on a little patchy, so I'm having to kind of go back over it a few times just to get the color where I want it, but once it is on there, it is really pretty. Next, I am going to go into the shade Abyss, which was that first shade that I picked. Do you see how that color really does apply true to color? Because when I first saw that shade, I thought, you know, it's really pretty in the pan, but it's kind of one of those shades that I feel like very well might end up not really looking like the color that it actually is on the eyes. But I have not had a problem with it. I feel like it almost applies onto my eyes even more vibrant than I expected. It's a tiny bit patchy. You know, I feel like it could have to do with I just spot cleaned these brushes with like a spray brush cleaner that I have, and I almost feel like that's kind of messing with the shadows a little bit because that brush cleaner almost has like an oily base to it. So that could actually have something to do with why I'm struggling. I feel like the time before that I used the palette, I didn't so much have that problem. So I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt for now on the patchiness situation. All right, sorry guys, I think that the lighting was a little bit too dark, but I just brightened it up a little bit, so sorry about that. So there's that. I'm gonna blend things out now with the shade Oasis, the light blue matte color. Not sure how this will look kind of mixed in with that brown that I already have in the crease, but try to keep it above. So it's coming off a little bit more gray, but I think it's because it's kind of mixing in with this Mojave shade, so I think that if I could go back, I would probably skip putting this shade in the crease and maybe just save that for the lower lash line or something, because I would rather that light blue get to show up a little bit more, but it's okay. Okay, so the only shade so far that I haven't used, I'm definitely not done, we've got a lot of work to do still, but the only shade I haven't used from here is the shade Rock Bottom, which is that middle shade there. So I'm gonna tap a little bit of that onto my finger and pat that on the inner portion of my eyelid just to brighten things up a bit. I decided to use a brush instead. Okay, I really do think I'm having some trouble with my brushes, and I really do think it's because I spot cleaned with this Sonia Kashuk makeup brush cleaning spray, and I do like this stuff because it does help, but I think that maybe my brushes needed a little more time to dry because it does have a very kind of oily residue that it leaves behind, and I really do think that's messing with the application here, so lesson learned. I'm kind of annoyed right now because I know it's not the fault of these shadows. I really do feel like there's like an oily residue on my brushes. I'm gonna go back into Mojave Mommy and dust that along the lower lash line with a pencil brush. Tapping a little bit more of Drip Drip on the center of my lid just because I want it to really shine. And a little bit more of Rock Bottom. Alright, I'm gonna take a little bit more of Abyss on one of the brushes that I didn't spot clean because I feel like it still looks patchy and I know that it could look better. Do feel like things are looking a little bit messy in my crease area. Yeah, as I'm blending Oasis, I just feel like it's kind of looking gray, but I think that's just because of the Mojave Mami shade that I laid down first. Like obviously this shade isn't gonna mix well with this shade because they're two totally different colors. I kind of wish I would have skipped putting Mojave Mami in the crease. It's just kind of like my instinct is to put the medium brown in the crease, but that doesn't always work and it's not always necessary, so that was my mistake. Keep kind of blending, going back and forth between the colors that I used. I'm trying to just get a really seamless blend here. Really kicking myself for that brush cleaner. I feel like that did not set me up for success. I didn't realize that that was gonna mess me up, but it's okay. I feel like things are coming along. I am gonna take a face powder, this e.l.f. Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. It's kind of a light, almost translucent powder, but I think it'll help kind of blur out this brow bone area. I'm gonna use it to sort of highlight the brow bone and also just kind of blur things out up here. Maybe clean up a little bit on this outer area. It's definitely a very dramatic eye look, but I mean, hello, what do you expect? I just put bright royal blue all over my lid, so. Okay, I wanna have a little fun here. I kind of wanna take the shade Gold Rush, which is actually another shade that's part of my eyeshadow roulette this month, and use that to highlight the inner corner. A lot of the shades in this half of the palette are giving me Naked Honey vibes. The new Urban Decay palette, definitely a lot of similarities between the two. It's kind of unexpected. This blue and gold is my elementary school's colors. And then I want to take a little bit more of Rock Bottom along the lower lash line. Kind of trying to keep things light on the lower lash line because sometimes if I do a really smoky eye look on the upper half and then I have a really smoky lower lash line, it's just too heavy on my eyes. But yeah, I did use every shade plus that gold color, which wasn't chosen, but I feel like it was a fun little addition. So I'm gonna finish off with some winged liner and mascara, and I'll be right back. So I'm back. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my face with a little butter bronzer. And then for blush, I'm using my Wet n Wild Rosé Champagne blush. And for highlight, I'm using my Becca Champagne Pop. I just think this will be perfect for this look. I think for the lips, I'm gonna stick to the beachy theme and use my Red Apple lipstick in Beachside. It's just a really effortless lipstick. Alright, so that's it. That's the finished look. I was gonna curl my hair, but then I kind of just decided to throw in some beachy texture spray that I have, so I'm kind of just rocking the beachy, like ocean-themed look today. And I like it. I do really like the way this look turned out. There were a few things I probably would have done differently, like I probably would have just used Oasis as my crease shade with these colors because the crease did end up a little bit muddy, but overall, I think it's a really pretty look. I wish that the brush situation hadn't been quite as tricky because I really do think that the shadows would have performed better. But all in all, I do really like the way the look turned out, and this was really fun. I think this is my first palette bingo that I've ever done, but I definitely want to do more now. So let me know if there's another palette you'd like me to do this with. But yeah, just to give you some final thoughts on this palette, I do think it's gorgeous. If you like this color story, if you like your earthy tones, if you like blues, or if you like playing around with both, I love how they mixed the earth and ocean theme together. I just think it's such a fun palette. It's only $14 and you're getting 18 really beautiful shades. It does come with 2 pressed glitters, which I didn't use today, Lagoon and Tundra, but those are in there as well if you're wanting to play around with some pressed glitters. But just be aware that those are not like your traditional powder shadows. They're almost more like a topper glitter kind of shade. So, but really do love this palette. I think that it is really high quality and just a really fun color story. So that's kind of some final thoughts on it for you, and I did want to show you it in action, but I thought it would be fun to do it in kind of a palette bingo style. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and so I'd love to see you again very soon, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.